G'day, Pickleball family. 5 things to know. Ben by the numbers. PPA Tour Kansas City Open storylines. APP Tour Philadelphia Open preview. NFL star Myles Garrett, world number 1. PGA golfer Scotty Scheffler lead the Texas-sized Pickleball investment group further to yesterday's story. And Major League Pickleball team values skyrocket to over $10 million. First thing to know, Ben by the numbers. Notable matches, a great write-up here by Andrew Gilmore on the PPA site. As Ben Johns is approaching his 100th gold medal on the PPA Tour, here are some of his most notable matches. His first win on the PPA Tour was in February 2020 at the Mesa Grand Slam qualifier. Johns didn't just win his first gold, he won his first 3. He earned the singles title with a victory over Tyson McGuffin, then paired with Simone Jardine for the mixed title, and with Matt Wright for the men's title, ironically beating his brother Colin and Colin's partner Adam Stone in the final. First gold with brother Colin was in February 2021 at the Arizona Grand Slam qualifier. The Johns brothers won their first gold, beating Jay DeVilliers and Pat Smith. Double decade in October 2022. At the DC Open, Johns ran his record to 20-0 in gold medal singles matches. He beat Jay DeVilliers in the final. And while he hadn't won every tournament, Johns was perfect when he was in a title match. That streak would end the next tournament when he lost to McGuffin in the final of the Texas Open. Ben and Annalie Waters, ALW dominate in January of 2022. At the Desert Ridge Open, Johns and Waters won their first title together, beating Jay DeVilliers and Jesse Irvine in the final. It was the first of their 22 mixed gold medals the two have won together. The two have never lost a mixed doubles gold match. And of course, as we head this weekend into the Vulcan Tournament of Champions in Kansas City, Ben and Matt are back together again. Johns will reunite with Matt Wright, the first men's doubles partner he won gold with. Wright and Johns won 7 gold medals together before Johns paired up exclusively with brother Colin. The two are playing together this week in Kansas City while Colin is recovering from an Achilles injury. Second thing to know. Storylines for the Vulcan City, Kansas Open. The storylines for the Vulcan City, Kansas Open. Coming up now on screen. Overall top 5, thanks to a great write-up by David Fleming on the PPA Tour website. In the overall top 5, the right move with brother Colin injured. Of course, Ben Johns reunites with Matt Wright. The chief challenge, of course, Catherine Parento and Tyson McGuffin roar into Kansas City with 3 golds around their necks, but the field in Kansas City will be fierce with the returns of Ben Johns, Annalie Waters, J.W. Johnson and co. It's going to be royally hot, triple digits expected to start the tourney off, so hydration will be critical. Let's go rules. Yana Newell played her college tennis in Kansas City and is looking for some home cooking. Prime viewing, all of the action will be streamed on Amazon Prime. Broadcast and venue highlights, all times central. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Championship Sunday, all shown on Amazon Prime, as shown there on screen from 10 a.m. to finish, and also Championship Sunday being broadcast on the Tennis Channel. This is the first ever visit to this section of the country for the PPA Tour, and no prior tournament, so no defending champion. In men's singles, look out for the off-court fitness being the main story, with the heat expected to be triple digits on Thursday. Is Jaume Martinez-Viche ready to make another run? And look out for Connor Garnett and Christian Olshawn in men's singles. Can one of these two grab not only a spot on the podium, but a title? In women's singles, of course, Anna-Leigh Waters, ALW, is back and will definitely be looking for revenge after losing to Hurricane Tyra Black in Cali. Will Mary Brashear grab a spot on the podium? And watch out for Catherine Parento, fresh from 8 weeks off, a Triple Crown winner last weekend and brimming full of confidence. In mixed doubles, JW and Georgia Johnson return and are a very tough out, including having the only win over Anna-Leigh Waters and Ben in 2023. Interesting partnerships to also note. We have Jones and de Villiers, Dizon and Arnold, Jansen and Patriquin, and Smith and Barr. Watch out for Vivian David, back after battling illness, to play with usual partner Thomas Wilson. In women's doubles, Catherine Parento is back with Anna-Leigh. They are undefeated as a dynamic duo. Anna Bright is paired with the powerful Megan Dizon. And watch out for Lucy Kovalova. Can the Wichita, Kansas resident get back to Sunday with Callie Jo Smith? In men's Ws, J.W. Johnson and Dylan Frazier are looking to win yet again as the number 2 seed, and Dilla has extra motivation playing closer to home. Matt Wright and Ben Johns last played together at the Masters in November of 21. Wichita resident Jay de Villiers playing with Deckel Bar. How will Team Tall fare? Julian gets the call with Riley. Can the Andy Armo man help Ride Guy grab gold? And watch out for red hot Pat Smith pairing with Thomas Wilson. Can they do some damage? Third thing to know. With thanks to a great preview from NML Pickleball on the upcoming APP Tour Philadelphia Open in the City of Brotherly Love. A dueling weekend that really isn't a fair fight from a pro perspective between the PPP and APP. Things are a lot different than they were a year ago, as the PPA will be streaming all weekend on Amazon Prime versus the APP's no streaming for half the tournament. In men's doubles, look out for the pairing of Andre Diescu and Rob Nunnery. If Nunnery is healthy, this team should be heavy favourites. Andre Mick and CJ Klinger. Can Andre and CJ go back-to-back with their golds? Look out also for William Sobek and Martin Emrich. They are a fascinating team. They could actually make Championship Sunday. On the cusp, look out for the Johnson twins, Hunter and Yates. It has been a while since they have achieved a result in men's doubles. And look out for Ryla DeHart and Richard Livanese Jr. Livanese is a player on the rise. It'll be interesting to see how he does with DeHart. Intriguing pairings to note, Jaden Broderick and Spencer Lanier. A couple of next-gen players on the rise, and Anderson Scarpa with Marshall Brown are definitely worth having a look at. Moving to men's singles. Hunter Johnson has been the dominant male singles player on the APP Tour this year. Jonathan Medina Alvarez, one of the more consistent men's singles player on the tour. And twin Yates Johnson, the results have not been there for so far lately. Can he turn it around this weekend? On the cusp, we have William Sobek. We're still befuddled as to why William Sobek didn't enter into the MLP draft. Jack Foster has been playing some of his best pickleball of late, and Ryla DeHart gets good singles wins, but doesn't seem to be able to put it together for the rest of the formats. Players who are intriguing, Eduardo Irizarry has been close to a real breakout. Is this the weekend that he actually does break out? And also keep an eye on Marshall Brown in the APP singles field, and also Ronan Cameron, fresh off a bronze at the Gamma Classic last week. In mixed doubles, Andre Diescu and Susanna Barr pair up. They have been very dominant this year on the tour. We have Hunter Johnson and Paris Todd pairing. They have not had the success that they probably anticipated on the APP tour this year. And Ryla DeHart and Tina Pisnik. Ryla's mixed results haven't been great, but Tina is on a rapid rise lately and coming off a silver at the Tournament of Champions. On the cusp, we have Simone Jardim and Yates Johnson. Simone is still one of the best mixed players out there, but she and Yates have failed to achieve results. Scarpa and Butler are coming off a bronze at the Gamma Classic, and Andre Mick and Alison Harris have made a championship Sunday together before. Intriguing players to watch out for as well in the mixed doubles. You're looking at Vivian Glosman and Rob Nunnery. Glosman's results have been particularly concerning. If she and Nunnery can't get results here, it will be a little alarming. Moving to women's doubles, Paris Todd and Simone Jardim. Assuming Simone is healthy, this team has yet to lose on the APP this year. Megan Fudge and Susanna Barr, can they break through against Simone and Paris after their first gold at the last APP event? And Alex Truong and Vivian Glosman, two players who feel as though they have plateaued in their own way. This weekend will be a good test. On the cusp, look out for Tina Pisnik and Tammy Emrich. They could rightfully be in that number 3 spot after Tammy's good showing in St. Louis, and Alison Harris and Mari Humberg, a bronze in St. Louis together. A bronze medal is in play. Intriguing teams. Where have you been, Martina Frantova? She teams up with Christina Getcheva. Look out also for Kelsey Grambo and Rianne Foster. Looking fit into intriguing following Grambo's big win over Paris Todd, paired with Rad Zakowska. And Amanda Hendry and Heather Nobler are not flashy, but they are in the mix. In women's singles, Salome Davidze comes in number 1. Who knows if Paris plays, and even if she does, the singles hasn't taken a jump. Number 2, Paris Todd is the gold medal favourite if she plays. And number 3, Dominic Schaefer, winning gold over Salome in St. Louis, but she has to show more to be a favourite. On the cusp, look out for Megan Fudge. Somewhat concerning, she did pull out of the winner's bracket final match in Pittsburgh against Amanda Hendry. Jessica Warren with 2 APP medals so far this year, and Amanda Hendry always in the mix for these APP events. Intriguing players in the women's singles, where have you been situation for Rachel James back in a pro draw, looking dangerous. Of course, Simone Jardim, not a player anyone wants to face if she plays, and Mari Humberg is on the slow improve. Fourth thing to know. NFL player Myles Garrett and world number 1 pro PGA golfer Scotty Scheffler lead the Texas-sized pickleball investment group, following on from yesterday's daily pickleball news story about the announcement from the Major League Pickleball that the Texas ranchers have taken on more owners. Garrett revealed to Front Office Sports that he's a recreational pickleball player that believes in the sport's ability to capitalize on its recreational success. Interesting to also note from Front Office Sports, which I'll cover in a moment, that Major League Pickleball teams are now individually seeing valuations in excess of $10 million. The Texas ranchers have announced that NFL players Myles Garrett, Micah Parsons, Bijan Robinson, and CJ Stroud, as well as world number 1 golfer Scotty Scheffler and 9th ranked tennis player Taylor Fritz as new owners. Besides the Cali native Fritz, all of the athletes have connections to Texas. MLP teams are now individually seeing valuations of $10 million, and over 36 million people played the sport recreationally last year. Garrett and co join the high-profile list of pro-athlete pickleball investors that includes Tom Brady, Kim Clijsters, LeBron James, Draymond Green, Kevin Love, Naomi Osaka, Patrick Mahomes, Devin Booker, Larry Fitzgerald, and tennis great Chris Evert. Garrett, the Cleveland Browns defensive end and Arlington native, told Front Office Sports that he plays pickleball in his home state and in Ohio, and that he believes in the sport's ability to capitalize on its recreational success. You can be playing with your friends and then go home, and you're now chilling watching the pros play, Garrett said. You're taking their moves and you're starting to understand the game. Those things, that's how every sport promotes itself and grows, just by being accessible to a lot of people and to the youth. And it's not just the athletes getting in on the pickleball craze. The ranch has also brought on a variety of over 30 new part owners in this latest round, including country star Zach Brown, fashion designer Kendra Scott, and Techball CEO Ajay Nwosu. We'll probably have over 115 million in reach across all social channels with our ownership group, Ranch's president and part owner Evan Flersch told Front Office Sports. That's a huge benefit to us as we're looking to globalise the brand and the sport of pickleball. But you also have to consider that you don't start big, you start at the local level. So giving people relevance and names to follow behind and root for at the ownership level that are local leaders is definitely useful for us. The fifth thing to know, Major League Pickleball team values, as mentioned previously, skyrocket to 10 million. Team values have seen a 100x growth over the past 2 years, according to this further story in Front Office Sports, according to the new MLP CEO, Giulio Di Pietro. And as mentioned previously, MLP team co-owners include Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, LeBron James, Kevin Durant, and many more stars. Teams in Major League Pickleball are valued as high as 10 million, according to the league's new CEO, Giulio Di Pietro. Di Pietro, who bought a stake in the Florida Smash MLP team in 2022, was announced as the league's new CEO on Wednesday. He told CNBC that MLP team valuations had seen 100 times growth, soaring to 10 million valuations after being acquired for as low as $100,000 since the league began play in 2021. The value surge could result in profits for many athletes with ownership stakes in MLP teams. Team co-owners include NFL greats Tom Brady, Drew Brees, Larry Fitzgerald, Josh Allen, and Patrick Mahomes. NBA stars LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Jason Tatum, and Devin Booker. Olympic swimmer Michael Phelps. The WNBA's Jewel Lloyd and Haley Jones. MLB pitcher Justin Verlander. And tennis stars Naomi Osaka and Nick Kyrgios. If you found this helpful, be sure to dink that like button. Paddles up.